Hello, you all. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be an update about the latest in regards to Prince Harry being back in the UK on English soil. Some very, very interesting news here. Apparently, Prince William and Harry are not going to be walking side by side. I shouldn't be entirely shocked. I hope you all are not as sad or shocked by this either. It seemed like from the very beginning we were going to see a reunion. We were going to see William and Harry have some kind of reunion, and it seems like they're still feuding. So I just want to make it very, very clear this is an intuitive and opinion pulling card reading only or commentary. Everything stated in this video is not factual. As I've said before, when it comes to the royal family or Harry or Meghan in specific, think what you will, okay? This is entertainment purposes only, and to update to everyone on my channel, okay? So I have an article here by the Daily Mail, and they have provided us with some details, okay? So they're not wearing their military uniforms either. And it seems like Peter Phillips is going to be walking in between William and Harry, according to this article, okay? They're going to have somebody between them. So originally, it seemed like we were going to get them together, walking behind with the royal family. But what these royal experts, you all, and these articles are pretty much insinuating, I mean, without even saying it, what they're still insinuating, and actually the Daily Mail is saying that they are still feuding. They have not cleared up anything. Prince Harry, as another update that I saw, he was able to connect with his cousins, Princess Eugene and Beatrice, and everybody else seems to be on the outskirts. So let's just go ahead and pull some cards. The Queen has actually requested, Her Majesty has requested this because it seems like she has put her foot down, you all. 30 guests, about an estimate of there. Okay, it's very intimate. It's not going to be as lavish as Diana's, obviously. That was not even Prince Philip's wishes. And he is going to be at Windsor. The funeral is going to take place at Windsor Castle, okay? Tomorrow on a Saturday, the 17th of April. So, I mean, I'm kind of lost for words because how bad is this feud? You know, how bad have things gotten? Now, it is the Queen's request. So it could be a mixture, right? It could be a mixture of them not wanting to be awkward or embarrassed, in addition to the fact that the Queen just wants her husband to be at the forefront of why they're even there, right? So it could be harmless. So what we're going to do with the cards is see, is this harmless? Okay. Are they on better terms, or are things worse? Let's just see. Okay. So let's ask the cards here. Is Prince Harry and William still feuding? Okay. Are they still having issues? Are they still having issues? We got the Two of Wands reversed and the Eight of Pentacles upright. Okay, so there's definitely something here about money. Okay, this could be the will. I hope not, but it could be maybe arguing over the will. justice, the high courts, the royal courts. Is Harry and William still feuding? We have a 10 of Wands. So there's still problems, you all. Yes, they're still having issues. They're still having issues. So maybe they haven't really had much time together. I mean, he's been there for a couple days now. The current status of William and Harry, please. Are they on better terms, or are they kind of the same place or worse? Let's see. 3 of Wands. Temperance reverse. So there's no balance here. The Temperance card speaks to being calm, being collected, being cool, you know, having a cool head. I also can relate this card to someone being cantankerous, someone being argumentative. Okay. So it seems like there's still some bad blood here. Yeah. And a lot of burden too. So the way it's coming across to me, you all, is that this funeral, okay, this public, I mean, this is a family event, right? But to the rest of us, it's kind of like an event, you know, a royal event that the world is watching. And the way the 10 of Wands and the Justice card comes across to me is that this is a burden, okay, for William and Harry. It's like they much rather prefer not to be in the same vicinity, because they feel like it's going to draw a lot of attention by the cameras. Now, the cameras are going to be everywhere. Can you all imagine? Okay, it's not just for the live stream, but the cameras are going to be everywhere. I mean, they are. So they don't like this. They don't like this. Wow. Very sad, you all. Very, 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 very sad. And I mean, it's one person over. Death card, Scorpio. This also could be Charles energy. In reality, it's only one person in between, right? As the current setup, according to Daily Mail, of how they're going to walk behind each other. 8 of Cups. So it seems like by Harry moving to California, for William, this created a huge problem, is what I'm seeing here with the 8 of Cups. Okay. It's a lot of empty, vast feelings. Okay. Gossip, 3 of Cups reverse at the bottom of the deck. So people saying, he said this about you. No, he said this about you. So they're basically, I think, sadly, they're both complaining to other people in the family about each other. Oh, did you see the interview with Hollywood Wife? Did you see how Meghan behaved on TV? Oh my God. William's not too happy about this. I get a very strong energy from William. He's not going to buckle. He's not going to regress, okay? What William feels about that interview is not going to change. Stalemate. It's a stalemate. It's an energy of like a staring contest, but not the good kind, you know? And who's going to break away first? Who's going to break the glare first? Who's going to walk away first is how it feels to me. I also saw that they said that they're not going to be sitting next to each other. Okay. They're not even going to be close. And like I said, it could just be formality, right? You know, let's not jump to conclusions here. You know, tomorrow tomorrow we're all going to see the energy, right? We're going to see the energy. So if things seem kumbaya, even better. And I mean, I think that because it's their grandfather's funeral, I don't feel like they're going to do anything to embarrass themselves. Harry is another situation. Harry may give dirty looks all day long because he doesn't like the royal family anymore. He is on Meghan's team. You know, Meghan and Harry have practically trashed the royal family. They have called them out for being racist for certain members of the family, insinuating that they're basically racist and that they have been segregating their child. They have not given their children any prince or princess titles because of the color of their skin. That's what Meghan and Harry said. In fact, that's what Harry said. Harry told Oprah that somebody in the family questioned the skin color, how dark it would be with Archie. Now, what on earth are they talking about? Who says that in an interview? Who says that, period? Okay. For the whole world to see. That's a very private situation that should not be for consumption, in my opinion. Okay. Whether it's true or not, it's something that is between 2 people or 3 people or whoever was in that room. It's not really for the whole public to dissect, right? So the 3 of Cups reversed here. I'm sad to say, you all, according to the cards, okay, just for fun, according to the cards, they definitely are complaining to other people. Most definitely. They both are disgusted. I think what is coming across in the cards is that they're both disgusted with the behavior. You know, William is disgusted with the allegations that Meghan has said and Harry's behavior, acting like he was left out in the cold when in reality, he was always with William and Catherine. He was always included. He got money from Diana's will. You know, he was not left out. He was not left out. But the way it's coming across to me in the cards is like Harry is sort of telling the family that he was the odd duck out, is how it's coming across to me. Like he's making it seem like he was rejected and he was not heard according to the cards here. And William is like, oh, guys, don't laugh. Okay, don't laugh, but this is a download here. William, I'm seeing William say here, oh, just shut up. Just shut up. Like, it seems like William is like, you can't be serious. You can't be serious. Like, so from William's perspective, allegedly, it feels like what Harry is saying is fabrications and is not the whole truth, okay? So it's going back to LA. It's going back to the Oprah interview. It's going back to the allegations he made about not having a certain childhood. It seems like William is fed up, disgusted and fed up. King of Wands fell out. Actually, it shot out of the deck. The bottom of the deck is the 5 of Swords. Wow. Look at all these swords. This is mental conflict, you all. This is anguish. This is like energy of if you can't take it anymore. It's like a breaking point, you know? It's like I'm seeing a rope. I'm seeing a rope here. And it's like the strands are pulling apart. You know, this is hanging on by a thread here. So perhaps the Queen she felt something inside, you know. The Queen, I think, here felt deep down that maybe something could go wrong. Maybe there could be some weird exchanges. And I think the Queen was smart to say, you know what? I don't want this to be a circus. I don't want this to be a sham. I don't want my husband's funeral to be laughed at. I don't want them to cause any issues now. So the Queen said, you know what? We're just going to switch things up. You're not going to walk next to each other. You're not going to walk shoulder to shoulder. We're going to put someone in between you. You're not going to sit next to each other. You know, it is what it is. And that's what I think happened, you all. That's what I think happened, you all. Now, obviously for the public, you know, it's not great for us because we're not able to see the exchanges. And at this point, one has to assume that maybe Harry is going to arrive a little bit later and maybe not even get a chance to shake hands. Because what if half of the royal family is already in Windsor and Windsor Castle, or wherever the situation is, they're already in the building, right? And what if Harry just kind of skirtles in? So it could be a situation where they're not even really talking. They're not even really interacting. You see what I'm saying? But we're just going to have to wait and see. We can't make assumptions about that. We're just going to have to wait and see until tomorrow. So they both feel disgusted. They both feel like they've been sold to the public. You know, it feels like Harry and William both feel like the other has thrown each other under the bus. Which is very sad, you all. And you know, the Three of Cups reverse is not just about the typical third party. Do you know what I mean? It also could speak about gossip, you know, enemies, you know, people who appear as friends, but in reality they're enemies. So they're wearing a false mask. So something here is like somebody here is wearing a false mask, you know, smiling in your face, but stabbing a knife right in your back. So that's how somebody feels here between Harry and William. Somebody here feels like somebody has stabbed them in the back. And I think it's William. I think it's William, you all. But Harry also feels like he's been outcasted, is what I keep hearing. You know, left to dry. Okay, take the lead in reverse. We have a leadership card in reverse here. So it seems like the Queen has taken over for sure and said, I'm not gonna let them direct this. I'm not gonna let them mess up my husband's funeral. And the royal aides as well. You know, the royal aides can make suggestions to the Queen. You know, I think Piers Morgan, he's allegedly saying that he's had certain conversations with certain people in the family. So who's to say that Piers Morgan didn't give somebody an idea, who gave the royal aide an idea, who gave the Queen an idea, and they're trying to avoid the chaos here. They're trying to avoid this tornado from hitting this house up its backside here. You know, they don't want any issues, is what I feel. It's very sad though that this is what it's come to. You know, I think it's kind of, it's sad because, you know, this is Diana's sons, and regardless if it's just protocol or not, what they're saying is that they're not as close, point blank period, and that they're not getting along is what all the articles I've seen have been saying, including the Queen saying, listen, I'm going to request you all to not do this at my husband's funeral. Enough is enough now. So we have all these cards in reverse, right? All these cards in reverse. Take the lead, detach, daydreams, dreams coming true, and move. Okay. So what this energy is giving me, you all, is that it seems like Harry, if he has to defend his wife, if somebody brings up Meghan, it seems like he wants to defend his wife here. I don't know why Meghan would come up at the funeral, but maybe somebody would say something that maybe Harry takes as a dig. And it looks like Harry's going to be standing up for himself here and standing up for his wife here. Okay. It does feel like Harry is very defensive. Like extremely defensive. So Harry's not bucking down, right? William's not bucking down. It's just terrible to see this, you all. How does Catherine feel about this feud right now? How does William's wife feel about this? I just want to see what Catherine thinks real quick. Three of Cups again. Ten of Swords reversed. So Catherine is hoping that they'll put the past behind them. Three of Swords, heartbreak. Yeah, sadness. Catherine is gutted over this. I think that Catherine wants to speak to Harry, but since Harry's wife has made allegations about her crying, that relationship is very strained as well. Extremely. In fact, it seems like William is trying to defend Catherine against Harry here. And I do get the vibe here that maybe William has actually instructed Catherine to not be overly excited or maybe even approach him because there's so much bad blood there. And William is deeply pissed off that Harry even brought up his wife. So this is actually showing me a lot more than I thought, you all. This is showing me how much damage there really is. And it feels like William is wanting to protect Catherine here. Because William, even though it's a funeral, you all, you have to understand, William does not want Catherine to be in a situation where under any circumstance that camera is catching Harry have a go at Catherine. And I don't think that Harry would, but this is ruthless, you all. This energy is very ruthless. And we may even see Harry quite angry at times. Because this is giving me the vibe that Harry is, I'm not going to say he's brainwashed, but it's like he's not even a part of the family. So no doubt about it, if Harry or Catherine are in close proximity, I see William here guarding Catherine. I see William's back. Like, William is very intelligent. So what I'm seeing William's going to do here, if the camera is in a certain angle, right, and there's an awkward kind of triangular situation, I'm seeing with a Three of Cups, right, with a Three of Cups. So three people would be in the same vicinity. I'm seeing William here kind of turn his back against the camera a little bit, shielding Catherine, because he doesn't want Kate to go through anymore. I feel that Catherine has cried about this. She misses Harry. I feel that Catherine misses Harry deeply, but it's kind of beyond repair now. Catherine is keeping the hope alive that things will be restored. The World card. Catherine is deep down, I think, very, very positive. And she's wishing that, things will get better, especially before Harry goes back to California. I see that Catherine here is hoping that they are back on the same page and can work things out. But these cards right here are telling a different story, you all. They're telling a different story. It's not likely. It's not likely that Harry is going to be persuaded to go back to who he used to be or behave how he used to be before he met Meghan. It's not likely. He's a father now. He's a husband now. You know, I get very strongly that Harry is set. He's set. His mind is set on Meghan, 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 and he's not trying to hear anything. He's not trying to hear anything. And in the same in the same right, it feels like William does not want Catherine to be in the line of fire or be hurt or cry over the ending of this friendship, because I feel like Catherine and Harry had a friendship. And I don't think that deep down Catherine is angry or bitter. I think that Catherine is just more sad. You know, I don't see any angry cards here, but I do see sadness. I do see sadness. So Catherine with the Ace of Wands is hoping for a new beginning. You know, she's hoping for a new beginning. You know, she's remaining positive here, you all. You know, she's keeping the hope alive. And in Catherine's heart, she's keeping this hope alive that maybe, just maybe, before Harry goes back, they'll be able to break the ice and spill their heart out and reconnect as brothers would. Justice reverse. Four of Cups, Page of Cups. Yeah, a message. Yeah, a message. See? I feel like Catherine wants to reconnect with Harry. Despite what they said, despite what Meghan said, she's staying optimistic here, which is nice to see. So I'm going to ask another question now. Is there anything to the format of William and Harry not being seated together, not wearing the uniform, and not walking shoulder to shoulder as we all assumed they would in the beginning? Okay, to some degree, some people assume that they were going to be at least sitting next to each other or sitting close to each other. It seems like that's not the case. Okay, we'll see tomorrow. I don't know. You don't know. You know, the funeral hasn't happened yet, but let's just see. Is there anything to that? Is it just protocol and formality, or is it the fact that the Queen is saying they're still going at it and I don't want an embarrassment? Which one is it? Which one is it? Let's get a different deck here. We have a death card, Scorpio again. Now, Scorpio could be Charles, but I'm not getting that vibe. You know, I'm not getting that vibe. But Charles is a Scorpio, and the death card is Scorpio. So I just had to mention that real quick. Okay. So is it just formality, or is it a mixture? Is it a combination of not wanting to be embarrassed, plus, you know, the way everything is formally arranged? You know, which one is it? Wow, this is strange, you all. It seems like Harry wants to cause issues here. I don't want to say this. I really don't. But with these cards coming out, it just seems like Harry is wanting to cause a scene. I have the thinking man over here. I have the Seven of Wands over here. Okay. The Seven of Wands is all about being very defensive, very bullish. Okay. That's Harry. That's Harry. The guy even has red hair in the card. Ace of Wands reversed. The Emperor. Prince Philip is coming up here. It does feel like after the interview, I think that Philip made certain requests here. And they may have not even involved Harry to begin with. Because Harry is above Philip. This is Philip I'm picking up here, and this is Harry. I get the feeling that Philip was outraged. Philip was very unhappy with this interview. So he may have said a couple things that made the queen's antenna stand up. And maybe there was some kind of discussion about this drama here. Yikes. Yikes. I mean, I would hope that Harry would not fight or cause a scene, but sadly, you all, it feels like if somebody said the wrong thing to Harry, this would not end well. I think he's so in love with Meghan, and he's so angry at whatever's gone down that we have no idea about, okay? That it's kind of the energy here of like, you don't want to piss Harry off. You don't want to push any buttons here. You know, Harry would absolutely, positively take a bullet for Meghan. He would. Two of Wands, Temperance, Five of Swords again. Magician reverse, Page of Swords upright. I get the feeling here. Now, this is kind of like a bonus energy, a bonus message. Meghan's coming up here now too. Okay, it does feel like Meghan has told Harry to look extra dapper, dab the cologne, you know, button up suit. It seems like Meghan's is really telling Harry here, show them who's boss. You know, walk in there, steal the show. It just feels like they're beefing up each other. It feels like Harry and Meghan are kind of like being cheerleaders for each other. Like, say this, do this, you know, grab this headline, get that photograph, you know, shake the hand this way, pose this way. So the PR that Meghan and Harry have, I see here, have instructed Harry how to behave. And the way it's coming across to me with the Seven of Wands is very bullish, very macho. Very macho. So there could be a little bit of an arrogant flair. It's not going to show entirely, but it does feel like because of the interview, I think that Harry is trying to come across as we're right, they're wrong, we're the good guys, they're the bad guys. That's how it's coming across to me. Take it. It's not factual, you all. As you all know, I'm just pulling the cards and I'm just feeling what I feel. And, you know, nobody has to like what I say, but I'm getting a very pompous energy here, a very pompous energy. Like, we're here to stay. Here we are. Look at us go. I do think that Meghan is thinking about flying I know that she's reportedly not going to the funeral, but they haven't crossed out the idea of her visiting the UK. They've not crossed it off the table entirely. Her doctors have recommended her not to go. And I mean, it's too late now. She's not going to be going to the actual funeral. But I do see Meghan's energy here. So maybe she's wanting to be there, and maybe she's wanting to make an appearance, you all. So stay tuned for that. Okay, this could be later on in the year. It may not be this month, but it does feel like Meghan and their team, they're definitely training them. Like basically all the training that Harry got and the upbringing that Harry got, I feel it's like going in one ear and out the other. You know, since they're in America now, what I'm picking up is their team is instructing them to have a certain kind of flair, a certain kind of swag, a certain kind of persona. So it's like Harry is different. This is not the same Harry that I picked up on before he got married to Meghan. The energy of Harry is totally different now. Totally different than when I was first reading for this couple and for the royal family. So Harry is coming across as very, look at me, like I'm macho, you can't touch me, you can't tell me anything. You know, we are the star couple here. Me and Meghan are the stars here. William and Kate, who? Me and Meghan are the real stars of the show. That's how it's coming across to me. That's how it's coming across to me. Like, William is not better than me. I am better than William. I am the one who has a biracial wife. I am the one who has a Hollywood wife. I am the one who knows Oprah and Tyler Perry. And like, it's coming across like, you can't touch me. You thought you could touch me, but you can't touch me. So I think that Harry just wants to win. You know, it's coming across like he just wants to win. And it could be harmless, you know, them not walking next to each other. Like I said at the very beginning, it could be completely harmless. But Harry is defensive. He wants to defend why they are in Hollywood and why they did all these appearances. Like he wants to win. Harry, without a shadow of a doubt, I could tell you all, he wants to win this battle. He wants to come out on top. And this brotherly rivalry could have also put Catherine and Meghan in a compromising situation. I know, but the interview didn't cover that. But if there was always this kind of competitive energy, right, that's going to affect Meghan and Catherine's relationship. If you have this one brother who is trying to have the prettier wife, the more exotic looking wife, and is saying, look at my wife. My wife is so special compared to yours. Like, I don't want to say that, you all, but that, I'm telling you, this is what I'm getting, okay? It's a competition. And I really and truthfully, you all, I hate to see this in the cards. I really do. I really do. But if that's what I'm getting, that's what I'm getting. And you can't change how the cards are coming out. And I think that tomorrow we're going to see this evidence. I'm telling you, Catherine, I see, is kind of like a deer in the headlights. Yes, Catherine knows what to do. Yes, Catherine's been in the family. But I'm saying when it comes to this Harry situation, Catherine doesn't know what to say because she's shocked. I think that Catherine here is shocked that he's so angry and he's so adamant about saying that his wife is saying that she made her cry. They're so easily ready to just tell the media anything. So Catherine doesn't really know what to do. So Catherine are waiting this out. Let me make sure this is going. So that's what I feel, you all. Now we have the card of shielding as well. So this is going back to William's energy with Catherine. He wants to protect his wife. And I do think that Catherine is very uncomfortable with Harry's behavior. She still loves him as a brother. She still wants to reconnect with him, but she's very confused as to why they would do this. She's very sad. She's very confused. I also feel like there's somebody's health here. I have the health card. Somebody's health is in question here. This could be stressing them out. Okay, this is stressing Harry out. This is very stressful, you all. This is very stressful energy. This is very sad. They know good and goddamn well that Harry is wanting to explore ways to exploit the family. With the Explorer card there. Exploring options, 7 of Cups, different book deals, different movie deals, different interviews. I wouldn't be surprised if Harry has another interview lined up already. I think he does, actually. So you all, the Harry that we know is gone, okay? That Harry that I read for before he got married and Thomas Markle had the alleged heart attack and there was, confusing information about if he was even invited or not. This is not the same Harry that I read for. That old Harry is gone, okay? Gone. This new Harry is on a mission to secure the bag with Meghan, okay? They're on a mission to be self-made billionaires. Well, they can't be really self-made in it. I mean, self-made is a different definition for different people, but, he's gone, you all. Harry is truly gone. Some would say he's brainwashed. Others would say he's protecting his wife. And I'm speaking about Harry now, okay? Others would say that he's been bamboozled, by a gold digger, by somebody who is a socialite, who's trying to climb the social ladder. Others would say that he's deeply in love. I think he's deeply in love, and he just wants what's best for him and Meghan. He's not concerned anymore about being a third wheel with Catherine and William, right? He's concerned more about their future, their financial security, and their job opportunities. So that's where Harry is coming from. Harry is coming from an angle of, I just want my family to be okay. I just want my name to be untarnished and polished and clean. Like, Harry does not want the same drama to follow him. I see here that he has other interviews lined up. Here that he has other interviews, you all. He may change his mind a couple months from now. Maybe after the funeral, he may go back and cancel. But I see that Harry he's a Hollywood guy now. He's trying to be like Brad Pitt. You know what I'm saying? And Tom Hardy. He's gone. This is not the same Harry that I'm seeing at all. So I do feel like Prince Philip, I do feel here that Prince Philip was very disturbed and sad by the interview as well. And it does feel like before he passed away, he did say that he had concerns, okay, about how his funeral would be, how the family would continue to reign on. He was concerned because he said, this is totally not what we're about. I feel like Prince Philip would tell his wife a lot of times, this is not what we stand for. And if they're going to go that route, if Meghan and Harry are going to go that route, they, we have to let them go. We have to let them do their thing, but not at our expense. And I feel William has a very same sentiment. It's the attitude of not at our expense. You can have this life, you can go off into America, but not at our expense. And not off our plate either. Not getting money from the family and then going back out and trashing us. Like, it's a huge red flag. And I think that, and I see here that the royal that has the issue is William. He doesn't like what's going on. He could be king one day. He could be, okay? So he has the right to check what's going on. I think he has some right to question, because he is the older brother, and he has been married longer. So he has more experience. He does. He's still in England. He's not in America. So William has more of these, the inside scoop as to the charities now, and the tasks that the Queen has given William, he's in control of. Harry doesn't have those things anymore. Harry doesn't even have the same titles anymore. He's been stripped of certain, not the Duke title, but other titles have been taken away. So William's perspective is, well, I'm going to check you. I may not address you in public or even in private, but I am going to watch you, and I am going to talk about it because it's an issue. So William's approach is definitely not Harry's approach. Harry's approach is, it's in the public. We need money, we need money for security. Please help us. William's perspective is, what's for the good of the family? What's for the good of the Commonwealth and the world stage? What is more presentable? Okay. So it's totally different. One brother thinks it's okay, to let it all hang out, the more American approach, let's gossip on national TV. It's all good. It's all well and good. And then William's perspective is, it's not appropriate. 8 of Cups. Okay. Page of Swords. It's not appropriate. It's not appropriate. Stop. It's not appropriate. So they're totally different. They are different. And this reading is showing me that the old Harry is gone. That old Harry is dead. You are not alone. I feel that Harry also wants to be back in America as soon as possible. Of course, after the quarantine and all that, it definitely seems like Harry is missing Meghan with the "you are not alone." He wants to be there for his wife, okay? So that's what I have, you all. I think I could stop there. I'll let the funeral do the talking, right? We're all gonna watch it, and we're all gonna see the energy. What I could tell you all is that Catherine is gonna be as perky, and when she can smile, she'll smile, but she's very solemn. She's very respectful. But I do think that Catherine here is very interested to see what Harry has to say, because they threw them under the bus, whether it's true or not. And I think that Catherine is not even angry towards him. Like, she's not even angry because she sees Harry as like her little brother. I genuinely feel like Catherine sees Harry as her little brother. So she's not angry at him. She just wants to understand, why did you do this? She just wants to understand, why did you say this? Why are you doing this, Harry? It's like, we're sure there's other ways you can make money. You don't have to gossip, for God's sake. 3 of Cups reversed. So anyway, you all, pip, pip, cheerio in it. Let's see you all. I'll see you all. The funeral is going to be interesting. I don't think it's going to be awkward. I mean, me personally, you all, I don't think it's going to be awkward. I think it's going to be suspenseful, but not awkward, because he was in England before, you know, Harry was always around William and Catherine. So especially if they're not even sitting next to each other, it's not going to be as awkward as people think, but you know, it is going to be interesting to see the energy. I mean, it's a royal family. So we're not going to have some kind of charade. It has to be official. It has to be formal. So if they all know what they have to do and how they have to come across, they're not even going to think twice about embarrassing the queen if they care. Harry is a different story. If Harry wants to give dirty looks, if Harry wants to act like he's so big and bad, that's on Harry. But the rest of the family is going to act cordial. Okay. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe, thumbs up. Bye. Bye.